Dear students, welcome you to session 15 video of cost sheet, cost and management accounting, third semester BCom. This is about the preparation of cost sheet. From the following data, prepare cost sheet. We have information about indirect factory wages, direct wages, depreciation of office building, depreciation of plant, repairs of furniture, repairs of plant, factory lighting, office rent, showroom rent, factory rent, direct expenses, factory power, director's fees, printing and stationery, salesman salary, postage, advertisement, purchase of raw materials, carriage inwards, carriage outwards, sales. And we also have information about the stock, the closing stock as well as the opening stock of finished goods, work in progress and raw materials. To prepare the cost sheet, first we should find out whether the number of units produced are given. So in this problem, the number of units produced are not given, and then we need to know whether the stock of goods, raw materials, work in progress as well as finished goods, whether they are given. Yes, it is given here. You can see here the opening stock as well as closing stock of finished goods, work in progress and raw materials are given. Other than that, we have various other items, other expenses which are also being given. So we need to be in a position to understand as to how each item is related. Now, for example, indirect factory wages it comes under factory overheads. Direct wages comes in the beginning for preparation or determination of prime cost. Depreciation of office building will appear in office overheads. Depreciation of plant it will come in factory overheads. Repairs of furniture is office overhead. Repairs of plant is factory overheads. Factory lighting, so it's clearly mentioned here, it's factory lighting, which means it's factory overheads. Office lighting means it is office overheads. Office rent, which means it is office overheads. Showroom rent, showroom is for the sales, so it is selling, it comes under selling and distribution overheads. Factory rent comes under factory overheads. Direct expenses, it in the beginning we find out the prime cost, direct materials, direct expenses and direct wages. It comes for the determination of the prime cost. Factory power, it is factory overheads. Directors fees, it is office overheads. Printing and stationery, office overheads. Salesman salary, selling and distribution overheads. Postage, office overheads. Advertisement, selling and distribution overheads. Purchase of raw materials, so where do we record this? Where we want to find out the direct materials consumed, we'll be recording this purchase of raw materials and we'll be finding out the actual materials consumed during the period. Carriage inwards, these are the transportation expenses involved in bringing the raw materials. It will be added to the purchase of raw materials. Carriage outwards are the transportation expenses involved in getting the finished goods out of the factory. So this comes under sales and distribution overheads. Then we have information about sales. So we need to classify the items into direct items, then the factory overheads, office overheads and selling and distribution overheads, and then adjustment relating to opening stock and closing stock has to be carried out to find out the total cost. So the cost sheet will be a cost sheet for the year ending, the period if it is given, units of production if it is given, it will be recorded. So the columns will be particulars. This is the inner column for all the calculation. Then units, total cost and cost per unit. So in this problem, the number of units produced are not given. So this will be blank, as well as the last column cost per unit will also be blank, because we will not be able to find out the cost per unit since the number of units produced are not given. So let us begin the cost sheet with the direct materials. So raw materials consumed, opening stock of raw materials, so it's given opening stock as well as closing stock. Opening stock of raw materials 60,000. To that we have to add purchases 4 lakh rupees, carriage inwards 2,000, so it is 4 lakh 62,000. less closing stock of materials 40,000, and the value uh, which we derive by deducting this amount will be written in the total cost column 4,22,000. The next item is direct wages. It is 1 lakh. Direct expenses 20,000. So we find out the prime cost by adding these three items, that is direct materials, direct wages and direct expenses. So the prime cost is 5,42,000. To the prime cost, factory overheads are added. So factory overheads, add factory overheads. We need to look into each item and find out whether it is factory overheads, office overheads or selling and distribution overheads. So the different factory overheads this problem are: indirect factory wages 15,000, depreciation of plant 2,000, factory power 13,000, repairs of plant 15,000, factory lighting 5,000, factory rent 15,000. So totally 65,000. Now we have the adjustment relating to the work in progress. We have opening as well as closing work in progress. Now the opening work in progress is added. Add opening work in progress 30,000. Total is 95,000 less closing work in progress 20,000, and the figure is written in the total cost column 75,000. So when we add this to the prime cost, we get the factory cost. So factory cost is 6,17,000. To this, we add the office overheads. So office overheads, there are different items here. So you can see depreciation of office building, repairs of furniture, office lighting, office rent, director's fees, printing and stationery, postage. The total is 47,500. When this is added to the factory cost, we get the production cost 6,64,500. Now we have to adjust the stock of finished goods. Add opening stock of finished goods. The information is given here, and the opening stock of finished goods value is 40,000 less closing stock of finished goods 50,000. So when we adjust the stock of finished goods, we get the production cost of goods sold. The production cost of goods sold is 6,54,500. Now to this we add the selling and distribution overheads. So it is the showroom rent 5,000, salesman salary 7,000, advertisement 7,000 and carriage outwards 1,500. The total is 20,500, which will be written in the total cost column. When this is added to the production cost of goods sold, we get the total cost. So total cost is 6,75,000. So the sales is given. Sales is 7 lakh. Next we write next we write sales. Sales is 7 lakh. 7 lakh minus total cost 6,75,000. So the profit is 25,000. So we derive at the profit after writing the sales 7 lakh minus the total cost 6,75,000. Dear students, so this is a simple problem of cost sheet wherein the number of units produced are not given, but we have adjustments relating to the opening and closing stock of materials, work in progress and finished goods. Thank you.